Victoria sponge cake for my beautiful mother's birthday. This is what we will be preparing today. Ciao everybody, Caterina here. Welcome to my home. Well, tomorrow is a beautiful, special day. Tomorrow is my mother's birthday, and I will be celebrating her birthday here in my home for lunch. And I thank God that I'm able to say those words. I thank Him so much for giving me another birthday with this extraordinary, kind-hearted, generous, loving, God-fearing, beautiful angel of a woman. I know I say it all the time, and I'm going to say it again. God brought on this earth one of His beautiful angels, and He allowed me to call her Mama. She was the first angel I met the day I was born. And for a birthday cake, I'm going to prepare Victoria sponge cake. This cake is named after Queen Victoria because it was her favorite. And my mother is my queen, so I felt that this cake was appropriate for Queen Angelina Romano. Now let's get started. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. This cake is so quick. All your ingredients have to be at room temperature. We're going to start off with 1 cup of unsalted butter. I'm just going to allow the machine to break up the butter for 1 minute. To gradually add 1 cup and 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. To scrape down the butter and sugar, and then I'm going to give it a nice mix for 1 more minute, and then we're going to start adding the eggs. I have 4 large eggs. I'm going to add 1 at a time. Woo! 1 at a time. Right now, at this stage of my life, one of the things that brings me the most joy is to reciprocate lunches and dinners with my beautiful parents. I've always treated them, always. I remember as a young child, whenever we sat down for dinner or lunch, my mother would, with 6 children, my father, of course, he was at the head of the table, the king of the castle. And my mother would be going around the table, making sure that our meat was cut, that we had bread, that our glasses were full. My dad had his thing. And my mother would be eating while she was standing and running around and washing dishes. And I never, ever remember her ever sitting at the table with us, ever. And I just thought this is how it was. I thought, this is how it is. In the kitchen, your mother's always running around and we're sitting down. And she always looked so beautiful. And her joy was watching her family eating her wonderful dinner. So now my joy is having her sit down and my papa, and I love treating them like a king and queen that they are. My joy is cooking for them, making these fancy cakes, as they would say, desserts, celebrating their birthdays, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, whatever it is. Because now, in my heart, I believe it's their turn to just relax and enjoy. And I know that they really appreciate it and love it. And if you can, do that for your parents. Maybe you can't do it all the time, but, on their birthdays or on Mother's Day or even a day during the week, go grab your parents, bring them over and treat them to a wonderful dinner. Last thing, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. A tablespoon of milk. Another scrape down. You're going to want to do at least 2 or 3. You just want to make sure that everything is incorporated evenly. Now that I've done the scrape down, all the wet ingredients are in. I'm just going to let everything mix for at least 4 minutes. We're going to start with the dry ingredients now, while the wet ingredients is still mixing here. I have 2 cups of self-rising flour. Now it's very important to sift before you measure out. The self-rising flour, I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. It's going to give this a really good mix. I want to make sure that everything is incorporated evenly. Adding the dry to the wet, a tablespoon at a time. a scrape down. My third scrape down, you're going to want to do it a few times before your batter is ready. Of course, just to make sure everything is incorporated properly. See how beautiful and smooth and no lumps, everything's been incorporated evenly. Now you know that your batter is ready. I prepared my 2 8-inch cake pans earlier today. I sprayed, floured, parchment paper at the bottom, sprayed and floured that as well. My pans are ready. To divide the batter evenly between the 2 cake pans. My offset spatula, I'm just going to spread the dough evenly to the end of the pan. My preheated oven for 25 minutes. Now you know your oven, when you see it golden brown, you know it's ready. Put a bamboo skewer through it and that should tell you. If it comes out clean, you know they're ready. So here's my cake. I allowed it to cool down for 1 hour and then I gave it an additional hour and a half to dry. And now we're ready to assemble our Victoria sponge cake. We're going to start off with a coat of strawberry jam. And it's originally made with strawberry jam, and that's what we're going to do. This recipe originally was just with the strawberry jam. The other layer went on top and you dust it off with icing sugar. As the years went on, they added chantilly cream, and that's what I'm going to do. We're going to add some chantilly cream. However, I'm just going to add my own touches to it. 1 cup of whipping cream, 2 tablespoons of icing sugar. I'm preparing this cake today for tomorrow, so you need a stabilizer for the whipping cream. This way it won't melt. And I'm adding 2 tablespoons of mascarpone cheese. Now, if you don't have mascarpone cheese, you can use creme fraiche. Of course, it wouldn't be chantilly cream without vanilla bean extract, just a teaspoon. Whip it up. It's almost ready, you can see. We're just going to see if it peaks. Nothing fancy, we're just going to dollop on top of the jam. Get it with an offset spatula. I just wanted to get, not to the very, very end, because it will go down once you put the top layer on. There we are. Now, this is my take on it. This is not the Victorian, the original Victoria sponge cake recipe, but you know what? It's mine and my queen, Angelina Romano. This is going to be the version that I'm going to prepare for my beautiful mother. And why not? A layer of thinly sliced strawberries. And because my mother's favorite berry is blueberry, I'm going to add a few blueberries. We're going to put the top layer. And this is our Victoria sponge cake. Whipping cream on top. This will be the glue for the extra berries. That's my take on it. The original, you would just put icing sugar and there's your cake, but we're going to be a little bit fancy. So we're just going to garnish it with strawberries. There we are. I think that looks so pretty. Now we're just going to add a few little blueberries. Delicious here and there. And the final step to the Victoria sponge cake is a little bit of icing sugar all over. Just very, very little everywhere. Look at that. Look how pretty that looks. How gorgeous is that? In the refrigerator for tomorrow, my beautiful mother's birthday. I'm sure she's going to love it. I know my mother is going to love this wonderful cake. Stay tuned for her reaction and for us singing her happy birthday. Thank God we're going to be doing this tomorrow. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. And I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. Angelina, from my home to yours. Don't forget to hit your like button, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel and share my recipes. Ciao. Tomorrow we will all be doing this. I know it's going to be delicious. Ma, it's your birthday, Ma. We're having champagne. Ma, to you. Happy birthday, dear Mommy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Mama. Very good. Happy birthday, Mama. I love you. Chin chin, Mama. Bella. Nacho Chin